That's right, we're here in the Fox 61 kitchen with the general manager of Mine Hill Distillery. We are welcoming Ron Newgold to the program.
Erica.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
I'm excited to have you here. This is your first time here, so welcome.
Thank you.
And we're talking about a really neat partnership.
Yeah, we have partnered with the Blue House Bagels in Canton, and they're a fairly creative team, and I like to think our group is too. And we decided that there were some unique things we could do with our spirits and their products. And so Leah, who's both the baker and the owner, and I had been working for a while, and the evidence is here on your table this morning.
Yeah, it really does smell good. I mean, you think maybe you can't smell bagels? Oh my goodness, this room is full of this incredibly scrumptious scent. Now this is really cool. How did you approach them? Did they approach you?
So it was a bit of happenstance. One of my guys calls on some accounts up in Canton and stopped in to get coffee and a bagel, and then came back and said, hey, they're really doing some kind of out-of-box things. You know, maybe we could work with them. So I called Leah, and the rest is history, as they say. What you see before you is the first of a number of things we're now working on, but these are French toast bagels. Her team prepares the dough, and since they use a sourdough formula, basically it takes them 3 days to proof it, mix it, and then it goes into the bake.
Now, Leah the baker wanted to be here, but because she's always making these bagels, she couldn't be here.
Duty
Talk
calls.
a little bit about the process of infusing the spirit with the bagel and the spirit with the cream cheese.
Great question. It's fairly straightforward, actually. In our case, what you see before you is both a French toast bagel with bourbon and also a French toast bagel with Amaro. And then the team also did 2 cream cheese variants. What's neat is in their process, they're using a fairly modest amount of alcohol, and most of the alcohol is actually burned off in the process, but the essence of those spirits survives. And in the case of bourbon, you know, there's a bit of character and smokiness. In the Amaro, that's even a more unique profile because that product, we use both Connecticut grains and even wine from a Connecticut vineyard, and then we finish it with maple syrup, and so both the wine and the maple syrup really do tend to really come forth in the process.
That is really, really cool. I like that the partnership came together. One of the things I love about this program is we get to introduce our viewers at home to businesses here in Connecticut that people may not know and be aware of. You're in Roxbury. You've been there for...
We bought the property in 2015. It's a very historic site. We're blessed. We're right on the turn and a waterfall on the Chippewa River.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, our main building used to be used for cigar wrapper, and so that's from the 1860s. But our property also includes the restored Roxbury train station, which is really neat, and we use that for special events, and I'm just in the process of finishing some renovations, and we'll be able to serve light food and drinks to folks in the late part of September.
All right, well, you've got a little setup here, so we're going to have you throw together a drink.
You bet.
And I think I might just try one of these. Would you suggest, which one would you suggest I try first?
I think you'd probably enjoy both, but I would probably go with the Amaro, which is the lighter color.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take one of these.
And while you're doing that,
Yeah,
I'm
walk
gonna
us through
mix.
what you're doing over here.
So this is a fairly easy drink to make. The Negroni is a really nice cocktail. We're using basically 2 ounces of our gin, and I do want to brag quickly on behalf of our head distiller. The gin won a double gold medal in the competition, and the Amaro that we're using also won a gold medal. So even though we're small, we're getting a decent amount of press and accolades, and again, I'm very proud of our team for that. So it's basically 2 ounces of gin. Normally a recipe would call for 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, but because of that maple syrup, we're toning it back, and we only use about a ½ an ounce. And then we're also, in this case, we're going to use a little bit of Campari. You could use Campari, Aperol, or Cappelletti's as the finish, and again, that's going to be a ½ ounce. This shaker has some ice in it, so we're basically mixing quickly. You don't really have to shake, but we'll give it that. And then in a rocks glass over ice, it not only makes a really nice looking cocktail, but it's, I know I'm biased, but it's both nice looking and even better tasting. And we finish with a slice of orange.
Oh, that looks delicious.
And I know you can't drink that
Aperol
here,
Spritz
but
is really one of my favorites, so I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy that. after the show, of course. But I thank you for putting that all together. It gave me just enough time. I'm not a connoisseur, but this is delicious.
I'm very glad, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, so nice to meet you, Ron.
We'll hopefully see you in Roxbury.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for being on.
Thank you.